Hello my lovelies and welcome back. It's Light Tarot Reader back with another video. Before we start, let me remind you to leave a like or a hype comment below, tell me what you think, and subscribe to this channel. Also remember to hit the bell button to get notified whenever I upload a new video. You can find me here every Tuesday, Thursday and Sunday, and also on TikTok, Facebook or Instagram at light.tarotreader or light_tarotreader, where you can find new videos on the daily, and you can also contact me and tell me what you think, tell me your ideas. You can share some of your stories with me, and you can always arrange a personal tarot reading with me. Now let's see if it's all over between you two. Like, is this relationship done, or will you have another chance to find each other in the future? Now let's take a look step by step and see where you are right now. In the past we have the Magician. Now it seemed perfect from the first moment. With the Magician we have someone who has all the traits that we are looking for in a person, from appearance to personality, the clothes that they wear, the way that they smell. They had some type of perfection in your eyes. Now with the Five of Swords, you fought so hard from the first second that you met them, meaning you didn't just fight to keep the interest alive. You were always trying to, just avoid all the obstacles, find a better way for the two of you to connect. It was a struggle. Other than that, we have the Page of Pentacles. The worst thing that was between the two of you, the worst obstacle, was your work life, because we have two people right here trying to build a career, but this person was not so good with following a plan. They were always too ambitious. They were trying to do more than they currently could, and there was this disconnection with money. They had so many things that they wanted to do, but not the money that they needed. That's what was sparking all the differences between the two of you, all the fights, and it was mostly verbal. Many plans, many ideas were voiced, but nothing was ever completed. And sometimes you were trying to correct this person by telling them you are not doing as many things as you could. You should try more, learn something else. And that's where we have the Nine of Swords. You were kind of falling apart inside. Like, I'm always anxious, I cannot sleep, I'm overthinking. Sometimes you would be having some bad dreams, and some people were faced with so much anxiety and so many troubles, just by thinking of your future. And that was kind of the breaking point, let's just put it this way. I could no longer believe in this person. They had so many differences. Like, in between the two of you, you were much more organized, you knew what you wanted, you had a specific vision in your mind, but they were always changing and trying to rebrand themselves. They were always trying, but just not doing as many things as they could. So it was kind of something that created a fear in your mind. Like, are they also going to give up, or is it something that only has to do with their work life? And we also have the Five of Pentacles. Now, there was no balance money-wise. You were the one who was spending in this relationship. You were the one who was always trying to cover for the other party and just trying to create something, some type of situation that the both of you are not thinking about money. You were just giving away money, basically. And that was the worst thing. Like, you have bled me dry, and that was another thing that was always keeping you apart and fighting at the end of the day. And that's what created the most fear. Like, I don't want to carry this person over. They're making me think of all the bad things, and I cannot find something good to hold on to. So right now, as you can see, we are at the point of the Hermit. It's not just you being lonely or missing them. You are both currently trying to find yourselves, and For me, as you're telling me, for you, that's what I mean. I'm kind of looking for myself. You have the Seven of Cups. You're very insecure. You're trying to find your footing, and it's mostly psychological, which means after you were hurt from this person, it's like I don't want to meet someone new. I don't want to put myself out there. It's a constant struggle trying to, shake this feeling of disappointment off. For some people, there is some type of abuse right here. For example, perhaps you're drinking too much, you have maybe a substance abuse because of this thing. I'm trying to take some pills to sleep better. I'm trying to eat my feelings away. Now you need to put all of those problems behind you. You need to find yourself. And as you can see, with the Wheel of Fortune, you have the strength to do so. You can turn this whole thing around. But first, you need to isolate yourself from all of those bad thoughts. You have left your mind and kind of, in an uncontrollable state. You need to take some time off, find something, that will relax you, not just hiding from other people, because sometimes when we are hurt, we are trying to find this safe space, this haven, and be unreachable in a sense. But what you currently need is something to cheer you up, to take you out of your comfort zone, because you have been so hurt and so disappointed in the past that you have not let go since. We have the Five of Cups. For some people, it's kind of like being in this state of feeling for ourselves. You're always constantly thinking about what you did wrong, what you can change, perhaps what you could have done better. You kind of feel like you're so disappointed and you're kind of at a loss for words, like I am so sorry that I tried for you, and then it all changes. It becomes like an attack on yourself. Like, for example, I cannot do this anymore, I miss you, perhaps I am the one who failed, I should have tried more. And it's kind of like this constant struggle of trying to stand up for yourself, and it's all happening in your mind. So that's the basic problem. You're trying to change things that you cannot change anymore, and you're constantly thinking what you could do better. You need to escape from this state of mind. We have the Ten of Cups right here. There are some family members and close friends who are very worried about you, and they are trying to take you out of this state of depression, because for some people, when they lose the love of their life, because as you can see right here, you are kind of thinking about them as the only person that you could ever love or feel some love from. And that is mostly the problem. You're thinking too much. There is so much regret, so much overthinking, that you cannot escape from the current situation. So the first step towards success is becoming a happier version of yourself. So start pushing yourself even a little bit. Just go out there, work out, do something, meet new people, have some fun, because if you don't, you will stay in this kind of state all of the time. As you can see, we have the Nine of Pentacles. This person is returning, and also the Three of Wands, but they will do so in the future after they have completed this whole career chasing phase. They are kind of looking for themselves as well, but they will make some time to come back to your life, and with the Two of Cups, it will be much better than before. You met them at the wrong time, and that is the biggest problem, because you kind of took over this relationship and you tried to make things work when they couldn't. With the Two of Cups and the Lover's card, as you can see, we have someone who loves you very much, but you became so afraid in the past to believe in them and also believe in yourself at the current situation, when we're talking about the past. And That was the biggest problem. So you will feel much better when you try to, escape this state of mind, and you will feel so much happier when you do that, because as you can see with the Two of Cups, you have a twin flame right here, someone who feels the way you feel, who is kind of, living in the same space in their mind, like they think of love the way you do, they want the same connection that you want, they're looking for the same things. We have someone who is quite romantic, but they could not show it to you because they were so focused on making everything else work. And we have the Knight of Pentacles. You have a guardian angel right on top of the whole thing, because they're protecting you. That's why they don't let you intervene in each other's way, because you need to first find yourself, like the both of you. Otherwise this cannot work. You were perhaps too young when you first met each other, or you had so many other problems that you kind of you kind of hid from one another, and when you came closer, they just came out all at the same time, and this is how you kind of felt like you are blocked, like you cannot think, you cannot find a solution, there are so many problems, and that is what kind of dragged you towards separating. Now, as you can see, we have the World. This card means that the both of you feel like you belong with each other. Some of you perhaps are from different countries, or you live further apart, you needed to find yourself, and you went out in the world, metaphorically and actually physically speaking. You needed to go out there and explore and find yourselves, find the version that you like. This means that your wish is going to come true, and you're going to find one another, perhaps even at the most unexpected of places. Now, as you can see, it all has to do with change. You needed to change, you needed to fight your fears, and you needed to let all of this story go, because it was not something that was meant to be at that moment. Now, you need to focus more on yourself. And to find out more details, we're going to do a second reading, which has more and more details about how it's going to go down. Now, in the past, as you can see, we had many lies. As I told you before, we have so many things that we were trying to hide, both of you. And one person right here, as you can see, it's a mature lady, played a very big part in the whole thing. For example, that could be your mother, or the other person's mom, their grandma, a friend, whatever that is. Someone advised that person to not be so truthful. Right next to this lady, as you can see, you were quite lucky, and you discovered many things because you were lucky, because someone slipped and told you, or you found out on your own. That's why you kind of froze, and you felt like you were drifting apart, but you still were very much in love. As you can see, you were quite lucky to break up when you did, because otherwise you would not have another chance in the future. But this feels kind of like a prison, because your mind cannot escape the emotions, and also the lies, and all of the things that were kind of created to keep you apart. And that is the problem. Your mind is trapped within your emotions, and that is the thing that you need to grow out of, because you're so emotional, and you kind of, like, the both of you actually base your life off of your love life. And sometimes this makes us just make the wrong decisions. Right now, as you can see, we have two people right here who are not going out, and mostly, as you can see right here, the other person as well, when they are left with their thoughts, they're kind of crying, they feel like they're in despair, things are not working out. And as you can see, the reason why you are both unhappy is because you want to be with one another. And as you can see, luck is on the card of marriage as well, which also means a relationship, a long-term relationship that can bloom into something better. So what you need to understand is that you are not meant to find someone else and just live with regret. You need to focus on the reason why all of those things happened. Right next to the marriage card is the person that you're interested in. They want to be with you, but they kind of do so quite desperately. And the reason why they don't feel like themselves is because they miss you. As you can see, we have someone who kind of describes themselves like this. Even though this person might wear nice clothes, they have a great job, money, like they made a career for themselves. As you can see, this is how this person actually feels, like they have nothing. Because when you don't have love and you're someone who feeds off of the energy of love and you feel like you can do anything when you're in love, this is the problem. Perhaps this person is also trapped within a relationship or even a marriage that they don't enjoy, and that's the biggest problem of all. I need to be set free, and that is the reason why you're not together. There was someone else, but they did it out of the necessity to have company. It's not about falling in love with someone else, but it's mostly because they could not be with themselves. As you can see, in the future we have someone who is younger who is going to reconnect the two of you. We have someone who is either an official person, someone who is wearing a suit and tie, for example. Perhaps this person works for the government. Those are the traits of this person, or they have a very good job. Now, why am I saying all of this? Because this person is going to bring the truth out of this whole situation. They will tell you what's currently happening, like why this person is sad, why they were married or got into a relationship in the first place with someone else, and they will be trying to tell you, like, let's put it this way, that all of this happened because this person was quite sad when you two both broke up. Now you are going to be with someone else at the moment of this reveal, or not even in a relationship, just flirting with someone else, and you will have to make a decision. Like, you can see the lovers, your current love interest, and the future possible partner. You need to understand which one of the two you will kind of have to keep on going with. On top of here, this person is your gift. As you can see, the universe is going to send you this person, but they will have improved. They will be a much better version of themselves. And on top of this one, as you can see, we have someone who is thinking about you all the time and they want to meet you. Perhaps this will kind of be a long distance thing. And on the other hand, you are someone who wants to create a family and you're very family oriented, so you need to understand this. If you want to make a family, this person, even though he or she has more money, they're traveling a lot, they will not be right next to you to support you, but this person will be, and they will do whatever it takes to help you. As you can see, you will receive some sad news, but it will be for a very good reason. And the sad news is that this person is very mad, they're not feeling like themselves, and whatever you see, for example, on social media, it's not necessarily the truth. As you will see right here, all of those changes are leading you towards a future where marriage and also a nice career and a family are all awaiting for you at the end of the tunnel. So that's why all of those things happen, so that you could both grow up and change your lives. On luck, as you can see, we have here all the changes. You needed to go further away from one another, just move out, not be always right next to each other, because you were not letting each other grow. And that was the biggest problem. You were both kind of creating this hostile environment and not many changes were happening, so you needed to be set free. Now, on top of the despair card, we have the expectations. One of the reasons that you are sad is because both of you were expecting something else. I thought this relationship would be this way, this person would be that way, and then I'm disappointed. Many things that happened, many of the fights that happened were because you were both creating an ideal version of each other on your mind. As you can see, you needed to work both on yourselves and on how you react within a relationship. And this is why you were constantly fighting your work life, the reason why everything was, so weird between the two of you. Perhaps you two met on the job, or perhaps you were studying something together, and this is how you kind of met each other. But the thing is that you were always trying to reach out at the wrong time. So, as you can see, yes, you have one more chance. And the only problem that I can find out right now is that you were both lying to each other and you're still very much in love. Now, let's see what else is on the menu for the two of you today, because as you can see, you need to keep your hopes up. You need to embrace your emotions and allow your feelings to surface and be accepted. Yes, many mistakes happened, many things were not the way that you thought they would be, but you need to understand that you are still in love with this person and you would like to just give it another go. Don't be hesitant, don't be angry, don't think about the past. Accept why all of this is happening, because otherwise you will not be able to work through, all of those weird entangled emotions. You need to work them out first before you get together again. As you can see, yes, the finances and the career is an aspect of the whole failure thing, but remember, it's not an issue that you need to fight over. Yes, right now this is a factor that's kind of like an obstacle, but you need to understand that you need to focus here at this time. Now, other than that, as you can see, we have express your love. Yes, this person is going to go ahead and make some romantic gestures, and this is the basic thing that you need to focus on when they try to reach out to you, send you this text, or hey, would you like to meet up? They will arrange the date. Just go, just be yourself, let go, and just let yourself imagine this person being right next to you. As you can see with the Crystal Kingdom, you need to take it slow, you need to focus on yourself and put all of those broken pieces back together, because the most important thing is finding out how to prepare yourself for the next step. And also with the Temple of Secrets, there are many things that you don't know, so be observant and be open, because you will find out how they are feeling for you, and you don't need to let go, you just need to hold on, accept what's happening and what you're feeling, work it out, and also be willing to wait, because they're going to make a move. People are still trying to bring the two of you together, so nothing is done and done. You will have one more chance, so try to prepare yourself so that you can finally work things out. If you like this video, you can leave a like or a hype, comment below, tell me what you think, subscribe to this channel and hit the bell button to get notified whenever I upload a new video. I wish you an amazing day, and I'll see you in the next video.